Hi, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Miss Serena. I was just gonna go on Instagram and say like, "Hey, I'm here." How are you guys? I just hang up from a phone interview with a company, and I think it went really well. But when I told them that it's basically work from home right now, but I did tell them that I was going to Argentina for a month. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Barbara. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'm willing to work, from there. I don't want that to be, a factor not to hire me. And they're like, okay, okay. But I'm like, I really hope it works because it's really good. I don't know how much they pay yet, but they said, they covered 100% of the medical, like for the whole family. That was like, that's pretty good. So I'm like, yes, we need that. She said I sent her my portfolio writing, so hopefully those articles that I sent are good enough. And I think she's gonna tell me Tuesday, by Tuesday, tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, that would be really cool. It is full time, so we'll have to figure out what to do with the time where my kids, come from school and everything. But I think we might be able to work it out. It's just that honestly, um I don't want to work while I'm in Argentina, but I'm kind of willing to do it. You do get 10 days vacation, I think, so maybe I could use those, you know. Um, but yeah, it would be a good, I think it would be good. We have to I had to talk about it with my husband. So thank you. That would be awesome. I think that if they pay decent, I mean, obviously they pay good. If they pay crappy, then I don't know. But I don't know if I want to work, while I'm in Argentina. I don't. It will be a kind of bummer. Like I want to get the job, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my gosh, unless they let me take unpaid leave, for that time. They just hired me, so I don't know. It's hard. What do you do? It's a copywriting job. Yes, in English actually. So I don't know if I'm like the most qualified person, but I've done a lot of copywriting. What do you do, Kelly? Oh, you guys can all share what you do. I love that. That's fun. Let me tell Noel that I'm live too. Sometimes I tell people. And we have a guest today that is someone I think she was. Let me see if you guys can guess. We can do a little trivia. Um, and maybe we can wait a little bit till more people will make it. But that will be a fun trivia before she comes, though. So we can't wait too long. Um, um, Accounting. Oh, wow, 21 years. Well, they must treat you right, right? I mean, I feel like a lot of times I quit jobs because the environment was too stressful. Like I'm not super thick skinned. I think I don't even know if I would be right now, but um yeah, it's it's hard. But I think like if they treat you nice and they don't and you do a good job too, because then it would be um it would last. But 21 years, that's crazy. So okay, I'll give you the hint of who's coming. She was the very first guest on my lives. Very well. Now that I started doing live by myself, right? So she was the very first mind-numbing work. Oh, you know what happened to me sometimes when I was working full time, and I think this is why they let me go at Herbalife. Hi, Susan. Um, because there were times where I would be too fast doing something. Like I don't know if I was too fast, but I always saw other translators kind of like taking longer doing some projects. I think I did it faster, and I'm not saying I did it better, but she has a box. Yes, I've worked in Simply for 11. I'm burned out, but it pays the bills and comfortable. So there were times where we had a ton of work and we had to do overtime. They would bring us like, oh, okay, marketing just sent us the new stuff. We have to have it done by today, end of day. So you have to stay till 8 p.m. You know, we're like, we had nothing to do all day. Can this wait till tomorrow? No, we. But then the times where it was super hard, it was when I had nothing to do. That was hard. So then I started. I saw this girl. Okay, one of the girls. She was an English copywriter. She would open her Elle magazine and leaf through it. Hi, Sophia. So, but I got in trouble. I think I got in trouble because I was the closest to the supervisor, and sometimes I would read books on the computer though, so it looked like I was reading a text. But then sometimes I would put a TV show on Hulu or something when we had nothing to do. And I think that if they saw me, and I was also kind of loud, like I would visit my coworkers and talk for a little bit, and I think that kind of be in trouble too. You kind of have to be very like I have nothing to do, but I'm gonna pretend like I'm working, right? So yeah, that was a bummer because I was pregnant. I was, I think, 6 months pregnant when I feel like something's wrong with my eyebrow when that happened. So I was gonna quit anyway. But I wanted to work a few more months. I think I was 5 months pregnant, and I almost tried to. I looked into suing them, but then I don't think the reason she let me go was because I was pregnant, but I could have, used it if I wanted to. But then the lawyer told me that they would have to sue the. So I was employed through an agency, and the agency had been nothing but nice to me. So they told me that I would have to sue the agency too, and because they were employing me, and I was like, no, like I don't want to. And also, this lawyer, they said that with unemployment, like trials and stuff, they get 50% of your settlement. That was a lot. But anyway, I didn't want to screw the agency because they did nothing wrong. So, yeah, it pays for the boxes. What kind of boxes do you get, Barbara? I would love to know. So, yeah, that's it. And then I kind of temp for Arbonne, and they called me several times too. They kept calling me, but then for some reason I think they hired someone full time. That wasn't me, unfortunately. And I should call them again and see, like, we've been working from home for a year and a half. But doesn't that isn't that hard though? Because I remember, like, I don't know, like I feel like you're working from home, and there's a moment when you have gaps of work, then you can go and like fix something to eat or like clean something or do your laundry, which is something that when you're in the office, like I felt like I would come home and I didn't. Yes, I had like downtime at work, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't be like productive. When I stopped working, I missed people a lot. It was like so. And then when I had the baby too, it was like I had the baby, and then went from working full time to like I was like, I wanna get up in the morning, put some makeup on, and go see people, or go do something. It was like a very hard transition. And I did work. I don't know if pregnant. I worked. I did maybe some things here and there. So I feel like for those who work, I don't know, maybe you like it because if you have to fake smile, it has like its pros and cons, I think. But I hear people talking. I want to see what they're saying. It's starting to get hard. I kind of miss having to do. Yeah, yeah. Caribou. I know. That's what I feel sometimes. It's like the whole pandemic, even, was like, yeah. I know, I can totally tell. There was this woman, unfortunately, she was a friend of mine and she passed away when I was working in Herbalife. She was the French translator, Sylvie, and she was very overweight and she got like a chest infection or something. Like she got a bad flu and she got sepsis at the hospital. So she couldn't fight it. But she worked in Menifee and she was going to Torrance to work. So she would take a bus or something, and sorry, they're talking too loud and they're talking about me. Um, so she took a train and a bus and then took the carpool van with people. Um, But yeah, it was like way too much, and she didn't get paid much more than me. It was like $2 more, and I'm like, and then she requested several times if she could work from home because she didn't really need to be there. You know, like none of these jobs, like translation and editing, like really don't need to be there. They did do a lot of paper trail. Then I think they changed it more to like Arbonne used to have everything. You didn't print anything; it was all in on the back office. I think it's called Basecamp. And Sylvie like was always asking to work from home, and they gave her 1 day a week to work from home. She was driving 3 hours to go to work. That's insane. So in those situations, I feel like she would have. She was super nice to be around, but I think she would have loved to like work from home to avoid that driving so much. You know, it was insane. But cool. That sounds like good boxes. I love 180-degree box. Sounds great. I think I reviewed it 2 times. Rose for Party Power is good. Lovely Things is great. I haven't tried Barkbox or Earflick or Roxbox. I have Mongoose and Bombay and Cedar and Ipsy. I do try. So yeah, it's hard to decide. Like I don't. I think I'm not subscribing to any boxes right now. But those who don't send to me for some reason, there's some that I'm like, I wanna. Do I get it? Do I not get it? Even like the authentic book boxes that I love. I subscribed a couple months. This last like I think I got September, October. I might be getting. I might be. Did I get? Am I getting November? I can't remember. Am I getting October? Oh my gosh. Now I'm like, I can't remember now. So anyway, sorry, I tried to hear what my I've been having some issues with my in-laws lately, like nothing new because I've been always having issues. But I got to a point, you guys, where I don't know if I should say it live, but I'm done. Oh yeah, that's the thing with I was telling Priscilla about this, like I love authentic book boxes is amazing. But and it's probably my favorite book box. And I do like unplugged too, but they say because I get unplugged for review, which I'm so grateful. It will be between those two, but I do like authentic bookworks, the whole experience and how she curates them and stuff like that. But when I got like, I think I got August. Let's say I got August, September, October. I can't remember. Um, I think I might be getting November, but no, not November, October. But it's weird that they haven't shipped yet. So I got the fall one, and I think it's live in the book. I have the book right here somewhere. Yeah, I started reading it. But anyway, yes, I have so many books. I read a lot on my phone, so it's hard to like get justify paying for a book, and then I end up wanting to get it in ebook because it's easier for me to read it, and then I end up having so much stuff, like so like things. If I pay for the book box, then I still end up getting candles and stuff like that that I also get for free. So it's hard to say like, oh, I'm gonna justify buying a little bit more of the same. Yeah. Okay. So, oh my gosh, you guys didn't guess who the guest is, and she's here. So, give me. No, not that contradicts me. No, but they do think their way is better, and that I'm not strict enough. So, yeah. But a lot of the non-strictness that I do sometimes is because I want to avoid them to cry or scream or whatever for them. But that ends up biting me in the butt because then I don't discipline them hard enough in their eyes, which is kind of true. They're right about that. Like my kids are having now, like me and my husband were like, we need to discipline them right like after they talk back to us or right after like they lie or and they're kind of thinking they can get away with things. And my in-law, like I remember like my father-in-law telling us, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. But sometimes I just don't want to do it because it would cause a scene or something. So okay, so who is the guest, you guys? Is someone that was my very first guest. So if you can guess, let's wait a few seconds. You who are waiting, I'm sorry, let me give them a chance to guess, but I'll bring you in super quick. I don't know if you guys remember, or you can maybe guess like one of the first few guests that I had. It was some time ago. Natalia? Who was Natalia? Very close though. Okay, I don't want to keep her waiting. So very close, Kelly. I think you mean the person I think you mean. So I'm gonna bring her in. Wait a second. There you go. Hello, it's Natoya. Natoya. So
Hi.
I think maybe she did that.
She was close. She was close. She was super close.
Oh yeah, because I did put in the thumbnail. Did I do that? Oh yes. I did. I actually thought like I said I got the answer in the title of this live.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, so you were my very first guest when I started having guests. I remember, and it was so much fun.
Yes.
So if you guys don't know, Natoya is the owner of Moderately You.
Yeah.
Um, you wanna
Yeah.
take it up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I my subscription company is called Moderately You. It's a jewelry and handbag subscription company, and it's all about making women wanting to look and feel their best at all times. You know, just to top complete their look. Like today I'm in sweats, and to complete my look, I just have on some hoop earrings and so a necklace, a part of the line. So anything that will kind of like make you complete the look, whether it's on a day where you don't really feel like dressing up as much, or like you feel like just being a little bit chill, but you could still judge up your look some.
Yeah. Barbara says that people probably get your name wrong all the time.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause they'll just shorten it and just be like, "Oh, Toya."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's not that much.
And where did you live again? Chicago? No.
No, I live in like several places. I'm
Oh,
originally from Jamaica, lived in Florida, and now I'm in the DMV area currently, in Maryland. So
okay.
I'm definitely
Nice.
close to the DC because I'm like right across the street. You walk across the street,
Oh,
I'm in
nice.
DC.
Nice. Jesse's from Maryland. I don't know exactly where. I know she said it a couple times, but
Yes, I remember from the last time that I was here that yeah, she did say that she was from Maryland.
yeah. And Sophia
Yeah.
says hoops are my go-to when I don't feel like doing anything. It always that's the trick.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
see, like it just kind of like ties the look. You feel a little bit put together, even
Yeah.
if you don't want to do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
love the necklace too. Someone was saying beautiful necklace.
Yeah, yeah. This is like for this like coming months, like I added some pendant necklaces to the collection. So, these are things that are in the box. You could get them in the box or you could get them like separately. So, it's just a matter of your preference, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about completing the look. I like layers of net jewelry, especially necklaces. I like to layer them, so I layer it. This one is also on the website as well. It's just a regular necklace. You could wear it with or without another necklace, so however you choose to.
Yeah. Yeah, I love layering it. I don't do it as often because I feel like I'm not really good at it, but I love when I see it on someone.
Right. And then
Definitely.
and another thing is too, when you say that, because like on my Instagram, excuse me, on the Moderately You Instagram, like I'll put together like images where they are layered, so like you kind of get like an idea of like
Yeah.
how you could wear the products, and then like there's stuff where it's not layered, so it's just again about your choosing and how you want to do it. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like here I see I have
Oh,
like
oh, cute.
a really cool handbag for this month because like we're getting into the holiday, it's getting festive, so you definitely want to
That's
make a statement.
beautiful.
Yeah, I have I actually just got like a bunch of different stuff in stock that's coming for the holidays, but just wanted to show like a little preview of what's here for
Yes.
the holiday coming. Yeah, I and then like with that, with those, again, it's the holidays, so for the holiday you're trying to be a little bit extra for the
Yeah,
holidays. So like we have these earrings that will make definitely make a statement
those are cute.
with your handbag. Like imagine New Year's Eve, Christmas, you're going out on the night on the town, you get like your really nice earring and handbag to go with it, and then you could pair it again with a pendant necklace. This one is the white one,
It's pretty.
or you could pair it however you want to. There's like different ways of pairing it, and when I do the boxes, I always make sure to make sure whenever I'm customizing boxes that everything it ties together,
Yeah.
so you don't necessarily have to like really try to figure it out because it's all tied
Yeah.
together.
I love that blue purse because it's not only for like, you can wear it like on winter, because it's like
Yeah,
the blue.
exactly. And you
Super
have
pretty.
this strap right here, and then it always like all the purses, they always come with like that extra
Oh
strap
yeah.
where if you don't feel like wearing it like holding it in your hands, because again, if you live like in a cold area, like you're trying to have your hands in your pocket,
Yeah.
so having a strap where you could just kind of like put the strap on and just put it on you, that's also good as well.
Yes, and Barbara was saying that the bag would look good with jeans, dress or jeans. And that's totally true. Like when you want to
Yeah.
wear like jeans and a t-shirt, but that
Mm-hmm.
like you can put on a jean jacket or blazer, and that definitely
Yeah,
ties it together.
exactly. Exactly. So it's always like you could dress it up or you could dress it down. And one of the cool things about like this bag in particular, like, is very customizable because this chain, it actually can come off. So if you don't feel like wearing the chain, or if you want to, be a little bit more dressed down, you could always just take the chain off and add the straps, or don't add the straps, however you want to do it.
I want to use that chain as a necklace.
You want to use a chain as a necklace? You could, if you wanted to. See, you have the chain off, and you see,
It's
it's like
yeah,
a completely different bag
yeah,
altogether.
that's true. It is, but
Yeah.
yeah, but the I love those chunky. I don't know, it might be too big for a necklace or heavy, but something similar like that. I love those
Right,
things.
and it's actually pretty light. It's actually
Oh, it
not
is.
heavy. It's pretty light. So, if you want to take it off and make it into a necklace, then all
Yeah,
whatever, feel free to. But I always try to get like pieces where you could kind of customize it. So it's like, with this bag, like it could be a holiday bag or whatever you want it to be, and it's very customizable where you could kind of wear it in different ways. So I always like having those where you could transition
sorry.
into different things.
And can you show us some more stuff, or you're keeping it a secret?
I could show you one more. I actually just got these like today. um
Yes. You can see my desk here. This is like papers from photography stuff. I know. I love that chain. I'm like, oh yeah, new hair too. Like,
okay, so I have this bag right here. Um
oh my gosh,
yeah, this is
it's
pretty
cute.
cool. And then again, like it has the piece right here where you attach I attach my straps to it. It's not up on the site yet because, like I said, I just got it, but I just stocked up on these. So you guys are actually seeing it for the first time, like a preview
That's
of what's coming.
beautiful.
Yeah. So like you have something like this, and then obviously like with I always like pairing gold stuff, like anything that has a gold hardware jewelry, gold hardware on the back. I always like to pair them together. So like this color would go nicely with these pair of earrings right here, where
Beautiful.
these are just these like statement pieces, and it's pretty light too.
I
And then
love those.
I have the necklace again to go with it.
That's pretty.
So so you have like see, you have a full pair. You complete the look right there. There
And
you
how
go.
much are the the boxes?
So the boxes are currently 55 $55. And obviously for the summer, even right now, like as we speak right now, everything on the site is for 30% off. So
Okay.
so it's like everything on the site right now is 30% off until Sunday. And then throughout the holiday seasons, there's obviously gonna be more sale. The bigger sale is going to be Black Friday, of course. So
Nice.
look out for a lot of these pieces on Black Friday. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's there. One of my favorite things I would say too is this bracelet. I don't know, I love I love,
That's
like, it's very simple. And I just like the fact that it's just an adjustable bracelet,
yeah.
you just put
And
it
does it
on.
have like a is that marble?
Yeah,
The
yeah, so
okay.
I'm gonna put it up. So you see, like, you adjust
Yeah.
it right here, and it's like a little I don't know.
Pretty.
Yeah, there you go, like a little black
That's
and
really pretty.
white.
I do like
Yeah,
that it's
marble.
adjustable because sometimes I don't like depends on the day, but sometimes you're not in the mood for them to go up and down
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I like the adjustable bracelet. And the good thing about with adjustable is it can fit anybody's arm.
Yeah.
Like, I have small hands, and a lot of times like bracelets don't really fit my hands. So
Yeah.
like this is just perfect because I just adjust it to the size of my hands. And it's like it's a perfect gift to give to a friend
Yeah.
for the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's like a couple things like here again, sticking to the theme of the pendants. So here again
Love it.
we have different type of pendants, and then you have the rings to go with the pendant as
Oh, I
well.
love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Definitely.
Yeah, so these are just like, a couple things that are going on. Obviously, there's so much more on the site, and obviously these hoops are also available as well
Nice.
on the site. This whole look is available on the site.
I like your brown sweatshirt too. I feel like it goes really well with the necklace. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
it's a. It actually doesn't look like it's a sweatshirt.
yeah, and it's like even the bag goes with
Yeah,
it too. So
yeah.
there
I
you
love
go.
the bag
Like, I
because
just complete the look.
yeah, I love the neutral look because then you can wear anything, and then sometimes
Hmm.
you have like a statement purse that you can put with neutral clothes too, which is awesome.
Right, exactly, exactly. I love neutrals. Like, I love neutrals, and I like blacks, because you can pair it however you
Yeah,
want to, and it will just go perfectly with whatever.
yeah. So
Yeah.
do you ship the boxes every month or quarterly? I can't remember.
It depends again on what the person is looking for.
Okay.
So, I have monthly and I have quarterly. So it just
Okay.
all depends. And then also there are two different tiers of box. So for the monthly box, it is a 5 piece. I mean, for the monthly box, it is a handbag and the 3 pieces of jewelry for the quarterly box, because the quarterly box is a little bit more, but at
Okay.
the same time you get more because the quarterly box is 5 pieces of jewelry and a handbag. And I just have to say too, majority of the stuff here, one of the things that I wanted to do, because I love jewelry, like I love jewelry a lot, and a lot of times I like to shower in my jewelry, like, I forget
Yeah.
to take them off.
Yeah.
And I definitely have to say, one of the things that I take pride in is the fact that, these are long lasting pieces. Majority of the stuff here are stainless
Yeah.
steel, so they're not gonna change.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So they're very durable. They're durable at an affordable price. You don't
Awesome.
have to break the bank to get durable pieces.
That's so good to know.
Yeah.
So everything is 30% off right now, but there's going to be a bigger sale
Hmm.
on Black Friday, which is
Yes.
coming soon. Oh my gosh, I can't
It's
believe it.
coming. It's like in 2 weeks,
I know.
really.
It's insane. And
Yeah.
I don't remember if I do have a code to share if anyone wants to subscribe. Do you remember?
I could give you an updated code. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could definitely give you an updated code. Yeah, it was crazy because I was telling you, like one of the things, even to let everybody know too, because I had to take a step back from the business because, at the end of the day, my health came first, and it was kind of like, but I just started the business, but I had to put me first before anything else in order for me to excel. I have to be able to take care of me, and just kind of like in the same breath let everybody else know, like you do have to put you first in whatever
Yeah.
you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you did, and that you're feeling better. Because there's honestly, I hear a lot of subscription box owners getting very stressed and sick from owning the business. And I don't know if
Hmm.
it was the same thing, but if you're having something and you don't have time to deal with it because you're too busy, then it doesn't make it better. You only
Right.
get worse. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's business and in just everything. Like, if you need to take a step back, like just take a step back, because
Yeah.
there's nothing really wrong with it. And then, pick up when you can. Like, okay, I'm better now, and that's why I'm even coming on to say, I'm back.
Yay. Yeah, we're so glad to have you, and I'm glad that you could take that break and come back. You still work full time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Are you
yeah.
working from home or still going to?
Oh no, the plus of this pandemic is I am never going back into an office ever again.
Really?
Like, I do not ever want to go back into an office ever again because,
Really? We were just talking about
yeah.
that before you came in. So I'm sorry. I don't know if I can ask, but let me know if what did you do? I forget.
I'm an accountant.
Oh, okay. So Kelly is an accountant too. So you think that you're never going back? Like they said, that's it. We're doing it from
It's
home
not that
forever.
they say, it's not a they say it. I am
Okay.
saying it.
Okay.
It's a me saying it because I'm just like, it's so much more convenient. Like, I could get up and do stuff. I could get up. Honestly, my job, I'm supposed to start working at 9 o'clock. I get up, no joke, I get up at like 8:50, 8:58,
Yeah.
and turn my computer on
Yeah.
and start working.
Yeah, so it's crazy because I feel like a lot of companies are realizing that they could save money, like they could themselves save money on renting a smaller place if they want to
Yes.
keep some people.
Hmm.
The overhead, is like expensive, and
Yeah.
then they save the employee time because commuting. How many people
Hmm.
commute 2 hours a day or more? So you save the
Exactly.
time getting ready, the time driving, money in gas, money in
Yeah.
food that you can make at home, or like
Exactly.
whatever, like whatever you would decide to do. But yeah, I just don't know. Like we were talking before, it's like it also makes it to a more isolated society in a way because you don't see that
It
many
kind of
people.
does. Hmm.
Yeah. But then I don't know. Once everything's opening, you can just have more time to see your friends and family and people you want to see. Because
Yeah.
after work, you're like, yeah, let's go happy hour instead of having to like have an hour commute. You
No,
know,
agree, because like I'm like, when I think about like the advantages versus like the pros and cons of it, like, okay, the con, I guess, I'm not necessarily, hanging out with my coworkers like
right?
I would have, or doing happy hours and stuff. But I mean, if I wanted to, well, maybe not for me because my job
Yeah.
is in a completely different state. So I couldn't even
Oh,
say, "Oh yeah, let's go for
oh
happy
yeah, there you
hour."
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like you mentioned, like, you save so much money into all of these other things. And then,
yeah,
think about like somebody that has kids. Like, I don't have kids, but somebody that has kids, like, you know, if they needed to go to the daycare and all that stuff, and you kind of wanted to save on childcare, at least like you kind of know you have options. You don't
yeah,
have to if you don't want to, but you have options.
yeah,
And I feel like working from home, it gives you so much more options than you had before.
yeah,
Like when I was sick, I had surgery and then I was like, well, I'm not really doing much. I'm just kind of like just sitting around, so I could just turn my computer on and just work, just to kind of
yeah,
just
totally. Yeah,
yeah.
like Barbara says, like fewer lenience and sick days. That's true. I mean, in a way,
Mhm.
I'm thinking like I was saying before that I think I got in trouble in one of my jobs for talking to my coworkers too much when I had nothing to do, and I feel
Right.
like in a way, and then I worked for another company where no one talked to each other. They were all working in
Mhm.
the cubicles, and I'm thinking, why do we even come here? Why don't we do this from home? You know,
Right.
because and then I went to kind of like say hi to people, and they were like all very like, hi, but I'm working, so that's it. So I'm like, this work can be done from home. You don't need,
Mhm.
so I'm thinking like, yeah, a lot of the times if they don't encourage fellowship in their office,
You're
then
right.
and then some co-workers, like, the work environment can cause drama and tension, and um, a bad environment that you want to
Mhm.
avoid. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's so much. And then also another thing that I thought of where I'm like, kind of low key, the job, if you're gonna be saving, you could save all that money in rent and all that overhead and give us our employees a nice bonus.
yeah,
Now you have that money
yeah,
that's not going into all of
yeah.
that big overhead no more. So give
Yeah,
it
I
to
wonder if
us.
some companies are moving too, like they're deciding to downsize in
Mm-hmm.
space,
Yeah,
um, and then they would save a lot of money. So yeah, I
yeah.
wonder if they never, if you guys, also they never said, we're gonna reduce your salary because you're working from home and you're not spending so much.
No,
Oh,
no, they've never said that. And I think what some jobs are kind of doing now, because what they're kind of doing is going based on your location. So they're kind of like, oh,
oh,
what state do you live in? Because even if they would pay you a certain salary, but they're kind of going based on the state that you live in to be like, oh, yeah, the cost of living here is so, how about I
yeah,
pay you this much instead?
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
yeah.
kind of lame.
Mm-hmm.
They should all pay this. They should pay the same, based on their qualifications.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm like in the DMV area and not
Yeah.
in Florida because I'm like, yeah, it's so much
No
different.
three.
One second.
No
One
nine
second. Okay,
nine.
is it 2.99?
No.
Sorry, it's a 1.99. Okay, you get it 1.99.
No.
Okay, fine,
No.
fine. Sorry, my son's
No.
asking me.
499.
Yeah, sorry. I told him I would get him a prize if he did really good in school and homework at home. So there you go.
Oh,
Go.
see? He did come through with it. He did
Yeah.
come through.
Okay, go. Yeah, without that, the music is annoying. Go play over there. Sorry. But yeah, well, yeah, and I'm sure that gives you more time to focus, like in your lunch break, or focus on your side business.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I don't even take lunch break. I
Yeah,
just go straight into, I have like a schedule at home where okay, I work from 9 to 5, and then from after that I get like an hour in between where I work out, then onto my business in the evening. So that's pretty much just how I do it. Yeah.
yeah. My husband is he's graduating soon. I think, well, not soon, a year more. But one of the things we're thinking, like, oh, would he get a job that is from home or in the office? But he's graduating with computer science, and I kind of want him to go to a job like to start, instead of like, oh, he's just finished studying and then he's staying home still working. It kind of feels like, I don't know.
But you know what though, computer science, they're more likely to work from home than any of us.
Yeah, I know, I know.
That's the part about that, because I was with somebody that did computer science, and they, before pandemic, before any of that stuff, they were just working from home.
You know
So
what? The one thing is, if he gets, and I don't know if they do based on state, because one of the things that I would love to do, and I always say this, is if he gets a job, we're in California, so if he gets a job in California and they pay California money, then we could, if he lives from home, we could go live in another cheaper state and live way better. Or we can travel, like go, I don't know, this summer we go to Argentina or we go to Europe or whatever, and we spend the time there with California salaries.
Yeah, that's what people in New York do, because New York is a high paying state. So people in New York, they're just like, oh, we're just gonna move to like a cheaper state, and that's it.
Sorry, yeah, as long as they pay New York salaries and they don't say like, oh, you're gonna work. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. If my kids came in the room, they wanted to be next to me, and then my husband was like kicking them out, like, "Oh, thank you. Sorry about that."
No
Yes, as long as they don't say like, "Oh, you're gonna be in Argentina. I'm gonna pay you." No, 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 no. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because like it gives me, like I said, I have so much more flexibility. Like my family is in Florida, so I am like in Florida like every month. Like it's crazy how much I've been back home within just this year. Like I'm taking planes like it's the taxi at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so much more flexibility. Like on a Thursday or a Friday, I'll just say, oh yeah, I'm going to Florida after work, and then I'll go to Florida after work, and then I'll maybe come back even like on a Wednesday, and it will be after work. I just come back to Florida, come back home,
Yeah.
So just the fact that I could just kind of be back and forth and see my family, like
That's
that,
awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's so good.
That's true. That's true. And I totally, like, I see for my husband, I'm like, it would be amazing because we would do want to travel. And
Mm-hmm.
when you work, well, I don't know about, yeah, when you work for a company and you have to be there, they give you 10-day vacation and you have to like schedule them for when the kids have time off school,
Yeah.
and all that. It's so complicated. But if you work
Yeah.
from home, you can go, and he wouldn't be on vacation the whole time, but he would be working. And then, after,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
After
kind of
work,
my
and
dream.
then the fun stuff happen like, after 5 and all of that anyway. So it doesn't really matter. And then depending on like where you go, where the time difference might
Yeah.
be, there might be a different time difference. So
Yeah.
you could just start working early and then just leave work early. Like
Yeah.
throughout the whole pandemic, I was the only one that was not in Mexico
Oh,
throughout
yeah.
this whole thing, because all of my friends were in Mexico and they were working from home and working remotely in Mexico. Like one of my friends, she was like, "Oh my gosh," she did a test call with me because she was like, "Okay, my boss is about to call me in like 30 minutes, but can you hear the music in the background?"
That's funny. I don't know where your family is in Florida, but I was thinking like you could sublet your apartment or something. I would go to like, in the summer to the Keys or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, they're in Palm Beach. Like
Oh, Palm Beach.
they're
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
they're in the boring part of Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Palm Beach is the boring part.
I feel like it is. I feel
Oh,
like it
yeah.
is. Like there's stuff to do, and then there's not that much stuff to do
Yeah.
there. It's just very quiet.
Oh, yeah. Is it?
Like
There's there a beach? They have beach in there.
yeah, they have a beach.
Oh,
They have a
okay.
beach. They have a beach there, but I think I'm just comparing it to the fact that I used to live in Miami, and Miami
Okay.
is so much more fun.
Yeah.
So it's like leaving Miami to go to Palm Beach. It's just like it's a very
Yeah.
quieter lifestyle. Yeah, but it's Palm Beach is still a nice time as well. And the
Yeah, it was.
Keys is just the
Oh,
Keys is awesome. Like
I
I
know.
used to love going to the Keys when I was in college. It was so much fun.
Which
Yeah.
one's your favorite? I've never been there, but I was talking to someone. My cousin lives in Aventura, so I don't know
Hmm.
where it is in Florida. I think it's close to Miami, but not super
It
close.
is it is closer to Miami.
Okay.
It's I would say it's definitely driving to an island because it's like
Oh,
this very long bridge and it's only
yeah,
two lanes, one going, one coming, and it's just driving to the island. You do have a couple different ones. You have like Key Largo and all of these other ones. Key
yeah,
West is like, obviously the main one.
yeah,
I've been to Key West a couple times. It's fun to go for like different events, like throughout the year. There's different things that they'll have. Like in October, they'll have Oktoberfest, but Oktoberfest in Key West is not kid friendly though.
no.
It's not
Well,
kid
my
friendly
cousin was
at all.
telling me that Key West is not even the nicest one. I can't remember which one he told me. Like everyone goes to Key West, but there's some that are like more beautiful or something like that.
Right. There's like a couple different ones in the
Yeah,
keys. There's different like keys
yeah,
there. So it's like different little islands
yeah,
almost there, but it's still fun. Like if you're into being by the water and just being by the water and laying out, like
yeah.
it's so relaxing and so peaceful out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I've never been, but I was looking at pictures, and I'm in California, so I do have the water, and I feel like it would be kind of funny to go all the way there to be in the beach because I have the beach here.
Hmm.
But I don't know. For what I've seen, the architecture and the vibe is different. It's a little
It's
bit
a
more.
different, yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a different vibe. It's definitely a different vibe. It's always funny whenever like there's friends that's coming from California and then they're comparing like, oh, do I like Miami better or California better? But then they're like, yeah, it's a different vibe, like
yeah,
just all together. You can't even compare the two.
yeah, yeah. But super fun. I can't wait. I want to go everywhere. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty, I guess, so with this pandemic, where it kind of opens the things up in a different way, where it's almost
Yeah,
like the world is your oyster. Because if you're working remotely, you could do so much other things, whether it's focusing on a business venture or
yeah,
traveling, so it's so much things that you could do. Definitely that maybe, when you are in an office, it's kind of like you said, you have to like schedule around the kids and all of these other stuff, but it's so
yeah.
much different.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also like even though you might not see people daily at the same time, I think it kind of showed us a way that we were working like we were working long hours in
Hmm.
in one setting and not scheduling enough time to do anything else sometimes, I feel like that's an
Yeah.
American thing too. Like when I worked in Argentina, we
Yeah.
worked 8 hours and I don't know how,
Hmm.
but after not every day, but I worked 8 hours and I went to college at the same time, but we would make time to see our friends on Friday
Right.
night, or I don't know how it happened. And here I feel like we're so tired. I don't know. It's like we're exhausted and there's too much commute or something.
No, I definitely get that, because like you say, compared to like the rest of the world, like one, we don't get as much vacation time off.
Yeah.
So that's like the big one. So it's kind of like, it's almost like you're just in this very robotic routine where it's just work and go home, work and go
Yeah.
home. And then it's
Yeah.
like when the weekend comes, it's like you hardly even have time to want to do anything because you're tired from the work, and
Yeah.
then you have your errands and all of that stuff. And then if you're going into an office, because like, and when I used to go into an office, like I would be so tired, like I would not
Yeah.
want to do anything else. Even coming
Yeah.
home to make dinner felt
Yeah.
like a lot to do.
Yeah, totally. Me too. I was like, that's why as a mom, I feel like I don't know how moms do it, but I always told my husband like if I worked full time and came home, I'll be a horrible mom because I would not
Right.
want to do anything. Like I would want to be
Hmm.
left alone and watch some TV because my brain would be so tired that I mean
Hmm.
when I worked full time, I was married and we didn't have kids, and I can already tell you, like, oh, like those coming back, and I was like, we ordered out a lot because I'm like, I don't have energy to like cook, and
to do
yeah,
anything
yeah,
else. Yeah, yeah, I completely get that. I definitely get that, because definitely, another good thing, like, for me personally, I know, like, I got to spend so much time with my family that I never had before, like, and it's one of those things where I start to realize, like, you guys are fun,
yeah,
like,
I
I
know.
could hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
And it's mainly because, like, I didn't realize that before, because, like, we were just like in this robotic system of just working, and that's it. Like, they go to work, I go to work, everybody's just
yeah,
working, and that's it. We don't have time to really want
yeah,
to time to hang out or feel the need to hang out, because we're just so drained and exhausted from working.
yeah, yeah, that's true. So yeah, maybe more people, I think a lot of companies are kind of doing that. I was saying before, I was in an interview right before this, and they were saying, everyone will be expected to go to the office in 2 years, more or less, because right now we don't fit. I'm like, okay, I said, yeah, but for now, I'm like, it's perfect. We work from home, and they were saying, like, we have a small place, and now we have like 130 employees, so we don't fit. So I hope, like, they start realizing, like, it's cheaper to have people from home,
Yeah. Yeah, I never want to go back. Like, trust me, I never want to go back. Like, it's funny. Like, I had a couple recruiters reached out to me, and I was like, but is it remote though? Because if it's not remote, I don't want to do it. And like, some of them are like, oh, it's hybrid, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, come 100% remote will do it.
yeah,
Like, I don't want to go into an office. I have to have a mask on for 8 hours, and I don't want to do that when I could just be at home. I
yeah,
could be in comfy clothes. I don't have to wear work clothes. I haven't worn work clothes in like maybe 2 years now, and
yeah.
like those clothes are so dusty now.
Yeah, that's again more money that you save because you buy clothes sometimes only for work that you don't wear anywhere
Yeah,
else. So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. And I don't have to buy clothes for work anymore. So I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I could just be at home in comfy clothes. If I want to be in my PJs all day, I could. If I want to put on a hoodie, I could. Like, I could
yeah,
just be very comfortable.
yeah. And
Yeah.
also, what is hybrid? Do they say like it's 50-50 or
Hybrid, they'll say like 2 to 3 days in the office, and then the rest you work from home.
okay?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
because I'd be willing to say, like, if it was a company even in LA or Orange County, like I would be willing to say, like, okay, so if we have to go to meetings once a month, maybe,
yeah,
but that I would be willing to do, like a meeting, but not like, I don't know if I,
yeah, a meeting, yes. I'm at, and the crazy thing is, I'm at a new company, and it's like they're in a completely different state
oh,
from me. I don't know what these people look like. They don't know what I look like.
no,
We communicate each day, but like, it's never a case where, oh yeah, we have to turn the camera on to see each
really?
other.
They
Because,
never
yeah,
did a Zoom interview?
they never did. They
No,
never did. Like,
wow.
I mean, from apart from like the interview, but like
Oh,
my team, I don't know what my team looks like.
that's funny.
Like, we communicate, but it's always like, just via regular phone. Like, we never had like to put on the camera or anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't. We don't know what each other look like, and everybody's just like, we're okay with it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because they're like, I don't have to put makeup on.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything. I don't have
Yeah,
to do anything. 10 o'clock comes, and it's time to do my morning meeting, and I could again just lay around and do my
yeah.
morning meeting, and I'm good.
You know what?
And
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, and like, the good thing is to having that flexibility, because sometimes too, I do feel like when you work remotely, it's almost like you work more, Because sometimes, like, okay, 5 o'clock is here and I'm still working, 6 o'clock and I'm still working. Like, I don't even realize that, oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
time because, like, I'm just going, going, going. And maybe it's because I don't feel the need to get up to go drive home because of rush hour or try to
yeah.
beat rush hour traffic or anything like that. So
I think the commuting in traffic drains you. It
it
drains you
does.
so much. So
It
you know,
does. And you're in California.
yeah,
Like, isn't
it's
that
terrible.
traffic
It's
central?
horrible. It's horrible. And that's one of the main things I remember, like with my husband, he would work 14-hour days, but he would leave very early and I would come after him, even though he worked longer because of the traffic. And I would be like, oh my gosh, like the traffic. And it wasn't that long, but he drove a lot too. And it was like, oh my, and people commute from Orange County to LA like every day.
Hmm.
And they might have like, I don't know, it might be worth it, but I'm like, that is a lot, like this, it just drains you, takes time from you. So, um,
Right. No,
yeah.
it's horrible. Like, I don't ever want to do that ever again.
I mean, if I was single with no kids, I would totally. I don't know if you have friends close, but I can see like Argentinians saying, "Hey, I'm working from home. You're working from home. Come over and we work together all day on
Hmm.
our
Oh
respective,
yeah, like I go to because majority of my friends are in Florida, so like
uh,
when I go to Florida, like it would be like, oh hey girl, come over, or
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm coming over. Like my friend is about to come next week, and it's just like, okay, you're just gonna start work an hour late,
yeah,
and we're just gonna be working together the same
yeah.
spot.
That's super
So
fun.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like I said, majority of my friends, they went to Mexico and they were all working in Mexico. I was just like the only one that was here not working in Mexico. It was, but
So
yeah.
your friends from Florida went to Mexico?
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody, they all went to Mexico. Like it was a thing with Tulum this year and last year where everybody was just going to Mexico, going to Tulum, where they were working there. Like
oh
some of
my
them
gosh.
went for 1 week and then they were like, oh, we like it so much, we're gonna go for a month. I know
Yeah.
friends that go different places to stay for like for like a month, just get like an Airbnb and stay there for like a month.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
prices are insane. Like
yeah.
we're going for a month, but we are thinking about, and we have to decide soon because my husband's in online school too. We were like,
Mm-hmm.
should we just stay in Argentina for 1 year? And we're trying to see with the income because we don't have like a big income because he's in school and I work, part
Right.
time. So we're like, okay, but honestly, like with our little income, there like an apartment, a 4-bedroom apartment in the city in a beautiful neighborhood. It's like not 4 bedroom, it's 3-bedroom apartment, it's like $300. Yeah, and then one
Where
of the
in
nicest.
Argentina?
Yes,
I
and you
will
can
be
get
going to
cheaper. Like
Argentina.
this is like the top notch neighbor because my sisters and brother, they live out of the city in not so nice. It's a bit more rural, a little ghetto, So my husband's like, I don't want to live there, but I want to be close to them. But then we're exploring everything. He's like, why don't we live in Recoleta, which is like the most expensive, beautiful area, and it's three
Mm-hmm.
hundred dollars. It's not even that much.
Right.
So it's like we're trying to decide if everything. One big thing is my kids' school and the language because
Mm-hmm.
they will be going to a school there and they don't have that much Spanish, which is my fault. But
Right.
I think kids usually learn it really fast and they would
Yeah,
adapt. So
pick
we're
up.
trying to see.
Yeah.
But again, it's like $300. Like if my husband was working full time from home, I mean,
No,
yeah,
I would jump on that in a heartbeat.
yeah,
Like rent my house out, sublease, do what I gotta do,
yeah.
and it save so much more money. Like what?
But
Three
the
hundred
thing is, like,
dollars?
even though it's my country, I haven't been there in 7 years, and I've heard like it got worse, and like security. So in a way, part of me is a little afraid to leave, the
Mm-hmm.
U.S. because I feel like the U.S. I don't know, we live, at least where we live, is a little bit of a bubble. It's very safe,
Yeah.
very like
Yeah.
super nice. Everything's nice. Like you see some of these houses and apartments for rent, and I'm like, that's very old, like, oh, that's not. We get used to things working. I don't know, it's like that kind of thing. So
No,
when you
no,
go,
that makes sense.
it's a third
That
world country,
definitely makes sense.
so things work like a third world
Mm-hmm.
country, and they're struggling financially. So even though you go with money, your surroundings, you see it. So part of me is like fearful for my kids, for our safety and everything, for how it's going to be the transition. I don't know, but at the same time, it's like it's a huge adventure, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when we're going to be able to do it because we don't know.
Yeah, like might as well take advantage of it right now. Yeah. Like third world countries is always kind of tricky. I'm from a third world country as
Yeah.
well, so that situation is always tricky, but like you just kind of have to just go and just kind of like I would just say do it,
Yeah, I know.
especially if
Everyone we tell them like,
yeah,
yes, do it. It's just like, trying to see if
yeah,
we,
especially with the fact that you still have your family there too.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, and friends. I
Yeah.
mean, I would take advantage of like seeing old friends and stuff like that. But yeah, my family is the
Mhm.
most. My family is like the main reason because sometimes friends kind of move on with life and they don't, they
Right.
kind of forget you a little bit. So, but
Mhm.
my sisters, yeah. So I kind of want to be close to them, but at the same time, I want to be in a nicer area. We'll still have to decide, and um if the money will be good enough for that time and everything, because that's one
Right.
important thing.
No, that's great. Like, it's a good opportunity. So,
Yeah,
I mean, when the opportunity comes, it's like you kind of just have to just go with
take
it
it.
if it
Yeah,
comes.
and then
Yeah.
the kids will come back, I'm sure. Like, one thing is like our oldest has autism, so he needs some assistance at school and help, and we don't know if we're gonna get it there, but I think
Mhm.
they'll come back speaking Spanish. I mean, they'll be bilingual
Yeah.
forever.
Mhm.
So
Oh
that
yeah,
that
that's
alone, I
which is
think.
a big plus.
Yeah,
Which is a big plus because like they pick up things so quickly
yeah,
versus adults. So yeah, that would be
yeah,
like one of the biggest pluses
yeah.
being there.
So yeah, so that's one thing that we're like thinking about. So it will be fun to, well, hopefully if we go, then I'll do some videos and vlogs and stuff like that.
Of course, you definitely have to. I'm pretty sure it's really nice over there too. So
It'll be
hey,
fun.
and it's like you can I'm guessing they have some really amazing beaches as well too.
You know what? We have what is it? The Atlantic, right? Yes. And
Hmm.
the beaches, the sand, well, they're like where I'm from, the city, we had to drive like 6 hours for the beach. And that's what we did sometimes in the summer. My grandparents own a house. Well, they're dead, but they will still have the house. And it's nice. I like, but the water is more dark because the sand is darker. So it's not as like,
Right.
like that nice per se, but it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. Um,
You're right. Yes, that's still. I mean, you have the beach,
yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
still great.
Yeah.
That's still great. I have to drive like or fly somewhere to have
Yeah,
beach.
that's true.
So, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Bilingual, more money. That's true. That's true. I think if I was working full time
Mhm.
right now, I would be making good money. If I kept, I was telling my husband sometimes too, like, if I didn't, um, stop working when we had kids, I would probably be making good money now. But
Right.
yeah,
But I
that's the
mean,
thing
you
with
do.
accounting is a job that also like you. I feel like there's always in demand. It's a good,
Yeah,
a good
it
career
is.
to do.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. Like that I can definitely say. And the crazy thing is like I didn't go to school for accounting. Like
Really?
I just it just kind of like just fell in my lap and I'm just like, okay, this is it. This is the avenue that I'm going with. I'm
That's
just
awesome.
going. Yeah, but it is a very lucrative market. Like there's always the opportunity for it. Like what company does not need an accountant? Like
Yeah.
every company needs an accountant. So yeah, I guess I'm fortunate in that way where, even if one opportunity doesn't come, or if I do want to move up some or whatever the case may be, I could always look for something else. I could even
Yeah.
quit my job knowing that, okay, I could get another one.
Yeah, because I have a friend. We have friends who were doing that in California, and they moved to Texas because they
Hmm.
also wanted to live on one income, and he was like having so many. There was like no shortage of job opportunities that he had, and the
Hmm.
company that hired him like flew him there, flew his wife to meet her. They were like, pay the fee for like it was like in high demand. So I'm like, oh my gosh, and that's a good thing. You can do it in
Right.
any state. You don't need any state.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And again, that's the thing with me being remote. Like I said, like my company is all the way in Illinois. So I
Yeah.
don't need to be there to do my job. It's something that I could do remotely and still get the job done, even more effective as being in office, because
Yeah.
sometimes like being in the office can be a distraction. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know, I think I'm just at the point where I'm just like, no, I don't feel like having small talks at the coffee station. I don't feel like going over to your desk for some donuts. Like, like I'll just let me just stay home. Let me just stay home. I know it's being antisocial, but it's just like that that versus staying home, it's just so much more. Like, it's so
Yeah.
much more. Like, I don't get sick as often because like a lot of people that do have kids, sometimes like the kids will have
Yeah.
the cold, and then you get that call from in the office and all that
Yeah.
stuff. It's just like there's not like a lot of sickness, where
Yeah.
I'm sick because I'm in the office and like Carol has the cold, so now
Yeah.
Carol gave me the cold.
Or you have to get up and go in the cold, like that change of like coming from, going from
Yeah,
home and then
that's
getting in the cold.
exactly. Oh my gosh, that is like the biggest thing too. Like, winter is here.
Yeah.
Winter is here, and I like being inside the house
Yeah.
when winter is here. Like, I do not like the cold at all. I mean, I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from the
Yeah,
island
I know.
and then living in Florida, so I don't even know how I survived over here this long, but yeah, winter is not my forte at all.
I kind of
So
miss
that's
the
for
real
sure.
winter, but yeah, it's like California. The weather what I like is that it's not humid, but I
Mhm.
miss kind of like sometimes we're like, okay, I want to wear a really chunky sweater and not get hot at 12 p.m.
Right.
But or like the fall when the leaves fall and like a real change of
The
seasons.
changes.
But I'm sure when I'm
Yeah.
there, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's so cold.
No, it's pretty for a day. Like, it's pretty for a day, and
Yeah,
then after like a day or two, you're like, okay, I'm over it now. I'm done with it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'm ready for nice warm weather, because like, think about it, like, oh, I just want to go to the store real quick. Now, in order to go to the store real quick, it's not real quick because
yeah,
like you have to layer up and
yeah,
you feel so confined because you're so layered up. So now, you're real quick. You're taking 5 minutes to get dressed. And then when you come back home, you're taking 5 minutes to undress.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I remember my friend that moved to Tennessee was like, "Oh, now I have to wear scarves for functionality, not as a accessory." When in
Uh-huh.
California,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like
It's,
here, I
it's
barely wear
definitely
scarves because seriously, like sometimes it's like, "Oh, it's nice and all," and then I'll start getting hot, and I'm like, "Oh, I need to take this out."
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
you just need like a nice jacket and boots. Like, that's kind of how it was in Florida. Honestly, when I was in Florida, it was funny sometimes because like now that I've experienced real winter over here, like sometimes I'll be home and my dad will be like, "Oh, it's 60 degrees outside. Like, it's just so cold." And he's like, "Are you going outside in just a sweater? Where's your jacket?" And I'm like,
yeah, I know.
60
Yeah,
degrees? Come
yeah,
on,
I
like,
know. Like when I went to the mountains here, there was one guy. Yeah, we were freezing, and this guy was like in a t-shirt, and we're like, okay,
mhm.
but people like I was surprised in the winter they use flip flops still because it's not that cold.
That's that I feel like I see that here too, and every time I see it, I'm just like, why? Like, how?
Well, I don't know there, but here it's not that cold. But there were days
I've
that were
seen
cold.
it here. I've
Yeah,
seen it here where it gets cold, and
yeah.
I'm just like, there's just a big question mark on it
I
because I don't get it at all.
There was a magazine one time that I was reading and like online, and it's saying like, oh, sandals are in this winter, and they were showing people in New York wearing sandals, and you could see
Yeah.
their feet like super dry and cold.
Oh my
It was like,
gosh.
what? Yeah, like why
Oh
not
my
wear your boots? That's the nice thing about winter. Wear all kinds of
Right.
boots. Then wear your sandals in the summer.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. And I think that's the main part of winter that I do like.
Yeah,
That
me too.
I change out the shoes, like,
Yeah,
and I so the shoe style, yes, because then I get to wear different types of boots, different types of cute boots, and all of that
yeah.
stuff.
No, like I'm waiting
So.
some here. Like I'm like, okay, I want to wear my boots, and then when I get like clothing boxes and they send me like cardigans and stuff, I'm like, I
Hmm.
want to keep this, but I'm not gonna wear it because I
Right.
barely wear one or two, and I'm waiting for the cold days to be able to wear my
To
sweaters.
wear it. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, definitely. I get that. I definitely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get cold over there then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Here in the morning it gets cold, but then again, like in the afternoon it's okay. It's not super cold. So,
Yeah, it went. I felt like it came too quick. Like I knew it was
yeah.
coming, but I felt like it crept. It definitely creeped up on me because like it didn't really feel that cold like the couple months, and then all of a sudden it's just like boom,
Yeah.
winter's here. Like here you are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a time of year that I either hibernate or I go to Florida more often.
Yeah.
So,
Some people escape the winter like in places like Michigan, or I don't know, like
mhm.
they just go somewhere else. I don't know how they can afford it, but I guess they they try to like
Yeah,
escape the
because
winter.
like again too, a lot of times up north, like the northeast, I'll say like the income is better in the northeast.
Okay.
So because of that, then you could have the money to go to like the
Oh,
south where it's cheaper to even live in
okay.
the south. So yeah, people do that. Like in Florida, we have what we call them snowbirds. That's what we call them. We're just like, yeah, a bunch of snowbirds from New York and from wherever it came down, and they're gonna stay until like the winter is pretty much done.
Yeah, so Sue, I just called you. Sue, when I said Michigan, you came. She's from Michigan. Do you escape winter and go somewhere else too for the cold? What do you do with your house? Do you rent it out or you keep it? Like I wonder if it's enough, with what they make, like to rent something somewhere else.
For me, personally, I don't rent it
Oh,
out or anything like that. I used to at one point. I used to Airbnb my
yeah.
place, but then management stepped in and they were like, "We're gonna put you out if you keep doing this."
Oh
So, so
gosh.
I don't Airbnb anymore. Yeah.
Can they do that?
I guess because they don't want you to make money off of their property.
Oh,
So yeah, they're
yeah,
like,
that
yeah,
sucks.
they send out like a cease and desist where they're like, yeah, our property is either you're gonna rent it or like sublease it, but you cannot Airbnb it.
So what happens to all the people? I'm sure that not everyone that Airbnbs owns the property. I'm sure that some
And
rent it.
no, I'm pretty sure not. It could just be
Oh,
my apartment complex that does that.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm just like, yeah, okay, since I got the letter, I'm just not gonna do it
Yeah,
anymore
I think
then.
that when we lived in our old place in Seal Beach, they wouldn't have liked it. I'm sure if they saw
Hmm.
people coming in, but maybe I would have done it if. Hi, Rena. Hi, Sue. Hi, Perkins. I didn't say hi before. But yeah, I think I would have done it and then see what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a little tricky, sometimes because you have to hide everything, right? Like all your a little personal stuff.
Yeah, you do. You do. You kind of just have to make it like be very base.
Yeah.
So it does take some work to do. At first, when I did it, like I didn't. My place wasn't as personable because I had just like kind of moved in, and I would go back and forth constantly. So since it wasn't really that personable, it was kind of easy to just move stuff and just lock it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a while, like I said, like they're like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be making money off of our property. So
Oh, that
so
sucks.
yeah.
She lives in the DMV area. DMV, no. DMV?
Yeah, DMV, yes.
Oh, sorry.
in
About
Maryland.
Maryland. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So why? This is a personal question, but why are you there? Or what took you there and not Florida?
It was the job that
It
took
was
me
job.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the job. And funny enough, I came here for the job, but then like 6 months later, a pandemic happened and I was working remotely.
Oh, so for the
So
that was the previous job, and then you got this new one, right?
yeah, the previous job. Yeah, the previous job.
Oh,
They moved I got here because of them, and then it was like, oh, pandemic. So it's like 6 months later, I didn't necessarily have to have this apartment.
oh, yeah,
But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick around. And to be honest, I like it though. Like I like being in the area and everything. And it's kind of nice, like my family, they could come up, like being in Florida, just like you are in California, where
yeah,
there's no seasons, so they can come up and actually get that experience of having the seasons here.
yeah,
So it's a nice experience. Plus, I think too, one of the things that I definitely do like about here versus Florida, or being in South Florida per se, is like Florida, especially like I used to live like in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Those are party places. Like
yeah,
you don't meet as much professional people there as you
yeah.
do in this area. So I like having that mix and just that diversity of just, people that, yeah, you could have fun, but at the same time, like the professionalism, and like I could feed off of other people when it comes
Right,
to ideas and business ideas, and just that networking aspect of it is so much better
right.
here versus there.
It almost seems like it's a more grown up city than those places, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a different
exactly.
phase in life sometimes that we go, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, exactly. And because if it wasn't here, it would have been New York, which was essentially the same thing, where it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, we could have fun, but at the same time, I'm definitely gonna meet people in that
yeah,
professional space. Like if I want to quit my job and go to another job, I know somebody that could help me get to that
yeah,
next step. So it's definitely different here versus there.
yeah. Well, you can definitely move to New York if you wanted to, not right with your job.
Yeah, I could definitely move to New York if I wanted to, but then also I'm just like, people are moving from out of New York.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
when
It's
you see people
expensive.
moving out, it is
Yeah,
so expensive. And it's just like if I see people moving out, I'm usually like, okay, I'll go with the crowd. Like,
right. Yeah, it's like
if
California.
there's
People,
people moving out,
yeah,
yeah,
people are trying to move
there's
out.
people moving out, it's for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. People, yeah, because
Yeah.
people like a lot of my friends have, they go to Texas, they go to Nashville, and because they
Yeah,
again
uh-huh.
they want to work maybe on one income. My friends that went to
Hmm.
Texas, they got a mansion, like a huge house for three something, $320,000.
Right,
And
yeah.
here, you don't get a 2 bedroom house, like
Mm,
tiny shack for 500. Like it went up so much.
right.
House like a
Right.
million
No,
dollars. So
I get that. Like, I've definitely been having that conversation with friends where, like wanting to, because, get into that stage of like wanting to buy a house. And like, I've been talking to
yeah,
friends where it's like, okay, it's either Georgia or Texas to go because
yeah,
it's just so cheap there to get a
yeah.
house.
Again, it's huge. I mean, I was looking one time. I was sending something to Cypress, Texas, and I googled it, and I'm like, I was crying. Like I was like, these houses are huge with pools and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I mean, yes, you have to leave. The weather is not as perfect as California. You're gonna miss it.
Right.
You have to start over. But I don't know. I'm not saying the house is everything, but at the same time, it's paying rent forever. It's like, where does the money go? At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, it's like,
No,
so yeah,
I completely get that because I've definitely I at one point in life, like I was definitely looking at stuff in Texas, Austin to be exact, because
yeah,
Austin just seemed like this really nice area and everything is very up and coming. I don't know
hmm,
how long it's gonna be like that because it's becoming more of a tech city.
yeah. That's what my
But
husband's saying. Like Texas, because my parents love San
mhm,
Antonio, and they're like, we want to move to San Antonio. And my husband's like, well, they have tech companies in San Antonio, but he's saying the
yeah.
main ones are Dallas and Austin. Those are
Yeah, Dallas and Austin, yeah, for sure. Because I think there's a Facebook. Facebook is in Austin,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think Amazon may be going out there. I think, or at least that's what I heard. So yeah, there's Amazon here
Oh, yeah.
in
They're in Seattle right now, I think, or they have a big office in Seattle
yeah,
too.
they have an office in Seattle, and then they're building actually currently in Virginia.
Oh,
So yeah, they're here.
there's
Yeah.
a program that I read online. There's a program that they want you to move to West Virginia. You have to have a job, but they basically the state pays you like $10,000 after
Hmm.
1 year if you move there because they want people to move there and make it kind of up and coming too.
And make
They
it
want
up and coming.
young people to move there. So
Right.
like
And there
yeah,
was like a couple of states that I did hear, especially throughout the pandemic, where they were like, if you move here, like we'll pay for you to move here
yeah.
because we want it to be up and coming. I've definitely heard that for a
Yeah,
couple
it's like I
states.
think West Virginia, like we're not just rednecks, like kind of like they kind of want to clean their name or something like that. Um,
Right.
but I don't know if Virginia. I don't know if Amazon's going. My husband would love to work for Amazon. That would
It's
be
not
his
in West
dream.
Virginia. I can tell you exactly because I used to work like my office used to be like close by there. So
Okay.
it's in Arlington, Virginia. So
Okay.
it's closer to DC. So it's not
Nice.
too far out from DC because Jeff Bezos I believe he owns the Washington Post, and that of course, the Washington Post is in
Yeah.
Washington DC.
Yeah.
So that's why too, like he was moving to like Amazon is here because like I know people that work for Amazon already here and everything,
Oh,
like they
nice.
have
I'll
people
have to
here.
talk to you because my husband, that would be like, I don't know if his dream job, but he would love to work for a big company, obviously, like Google, Facebook, or
Hmm.
Amazon. So, I mean, in Amazon
Right.
also, Amazon they pay their interns so well.
Hmm.
Interns. I mean,
No,
well,
they have great benefits because like one of the person that I know that actually worked there, like he has great benefits. Like I can't think of like somebody that's like within the company itself that doesn't have like great benefits and everything. So yeah,
that'll
it's
be awesome.
definitely an opportunity in itself. So you see like that again, what I was saying with like the area itself and being in the area where it's like
You know,
there's
people.
there's so much opportunities and the
Yeah.
network again is so much better because there's
Yeah.
that you have big companies like those in like these areas as well too.
Yes, totally. It's like when I started going, I know it's not the same, but I started going to this club that has a gym and it's in Orange County, so people with money. And I started talking to making friends and they're like, oh, I own a startup company and we need programmers. So I'm telling my husband, like, we should meet,
Mhm.
and like stuff like that. It kind of gives you that, networking
Yeah.
opportunity that sometimes you wouldn't
Yeah,
have
and then
it.
California too is like another big one for
Yeah.
tech companies. Especially you have Silicon Valley and
Yeah.
then San Francisco, Startup Central,
I
like
love San Francisco.
nothing but startup. It is expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. That's the one thing, It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Silicon Valley
Yeah.
too must be expensive. So I don't know if people like rent, or try to rent and then buy like half an hour or 45 minutes away because I don't know if you can live if it's affordable to live in there. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it is expensive. Anything where the tech companies are, because right now where they're building up Amazon in Virginia, like rent is a New York price rent. Like
Really?
the rent over there is ridiculous. So,
Wow.
oh
Because I
yeah.
thought Arlington, what is that sounds really familiar. So I don't know if there's something else in Arlington, but
So
so
there's like a couple things like over that side because then you have Arlington, you have Alexandria, and that's
yeah.
where like the Pentagon is.
Okay.
So there's a couple things over
So
there.
it is kind of like an expensive city already because of
You have like a lot of the army base stuff over there
oh,
and
maybe
a lot
that's
of
why
the
Arlington, maybe there's
yeah,
an army base.
the
Yeah,
Arlington
that's
Cemetery, if you've
oh
ever heard, like where the soldiers go and all that stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. It's very monumental to DC
yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I told my husband like apply everywhere in the country. I mean, he wants to stay in Orange County, but at the same time, like we are like he knows that buying a house will be expensive, so we're kind of open to anywhere that there's a good opportunity. So we're like, let's just
Mm-hmm.
you know yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, she's a box owner, so she owns Moderately You. She was my first guest on the live series here. She has a handbag and jewelry
Yes.
subscription.
I have handbags and jewelry.
Sue is a reviewer, and she just hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, so she's pretty big. If you want to
Oh,
check her out.
congratulations.
Hi, Laura. You guys are coming late. I'm almost have to go, you guys. Yeah, but I don't know. We can. I don't have anything put together for a giveaway, you guys, but we can still do the giveaway if you want. If you guys want, and then I'll put something together for the winner.
Yeah, and definitely also definitely be sure. I guess I kind of want to like somewhat say it, but
Yeah.
there's definitely because it's not finalized because I guess so my sisters, I have well I have four sisters.
Oh,
There's one is still in high school, so apart from the one that's still in high school, like we all three of us have businesses. One has a skincare company, and then one has a swimsuit company.
oh,
So at some point during the holiday, we're definitely going to be teaming up to do a giveaway. And this is going
nice.
to be, it's almost like a vacation package giveaway where you get some jewelry, a swimsuit, and some skincare to
That's
go with
awesome.
it. So definitely look out for that. That's coming soon. I feel like that's going to be like a really nice giveaway. And there's definitely going to be giveaways throughout the holiday season. I like giving back throughout the holiday season. So there's a lot of giveaways. So make sure that you are definitely following Moderately You on Instagram for all the announcements for of all the giveaways to come. Like trust me, there's going to be giveaways going throughout the holiday season. And then I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing the one like we did not yesterday, last year, where we teamed up with all the other subscription boxes and a lot of the other companies to do a giveaway. So I would definitely love to be a part of that again.
Yes. Cat's review. Did you do that with Cat's review with
Yeah,
Carrie?
yeah, uh-huh.
She just finished the fall giveaway, but definitely send her a message because she might do, and I was a part of that too. She might do
Right.
a winter or Christmas giveaway with a lot of businesses
Hmm.
too. So if you want to be a part of that, yeah. Sue,
Yeah.
I think Sue was a part of it, and Jesse was a part of it here. So yeah, we
Hmm.
participate. So yeah, definitely they'd love to. I'm sure they'd love to have you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely want to be a part of that again. Like for this year, I like I said, like the holidays is definitely a time to yes, people are buying stuff and all of that stuff, but then showing my appreciation through giving back to
Yeah.
people that are supporting, so however much I can, then yes. Yeah, but the sister collab, that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's so
coming.
cool. You guys are. Do you have so? Are you guys five sisters or you have brothers too?
I have one brother.
So you guys are six kids. Wow, that's a lot for your mom.
Yeah, it's so and yeah, and one brother. He's the baby. Yeah. He's the
Oh.
baby, so he's like super spoiled.
Oh my gosh! If I yes, that your dad finally had a boy.
I
So
know,
finally,
I
he
know,
was like, "What?"
finally, finally. And like my little brother's always like, "That's my best friend. That is my best friend." And we're always like, "Gosh, you're just sucking up."
Oh. But yeah, so all your sisters seem to be very entrepreneurial, like you.
Yeah, yes, definitely, definitely. We have that entrepreneurial spirit about us, and
That's awesome.
yeah, we're definitely, it's gonna be exciting, especially like teaming up with them to do something like that. That's definitely gonna be an exciting one to do, and
Oh,
that one is definitely gonna be, it's some more than one giveaway for that one. So again, you definitely
yeah.
have to follow me on Instagram at Moderately You for all the announcements to come, because it's gonna be a lot coming for the Christmas holidays.
Awesome. Yes, please follow Natoya on Model You. And then everything is 30% off.
Yes, everything
Um,
currently right now is 30% off.
Barbara says, I know he was dressed up all the time by all the girls. Hello, your brother.
He does, but you know what though? He likes it though. Like
Yeah.
his birthday is December 31st, which is crazy. So my youngest, both of them, my youngest sister and my little brother, both of their birthdays December 31st.
What? That's crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Your poor mom. Your poor mom. She's like, I want to be welcoming the year. Like she's exploding, basically giving birth.
I know, and I'm just like, and the crazy thing is, they're like so much years apart. They're like, what I think 7 years apart,
Oh,
and it's like they got them at the same time, like December
yeah.
31st, December thirty
That's so
first.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
so they
funny.
celebrate their birthdays together. But like my little brother, he's like wanting to like dress up in his suit. Like that's his whole
Oh,
thing. Like he's very much like he's kind of like at the stage because he's 9, so he's at the stage where he doesn't want anybody to dress him. He wants to
yeah.
dress himself.
Oh,
So we're just like, okay, have at it.
oh, so cute. My oldest is 8, so he's not in that age. He still wants me, he decides. He kind of tells me, I don't like that, I don't like that, but I kind of
Uh-huh.
decide.
Right.
I still have some power.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
December babies. I feel like December babies cheat the system though because like they get so much like they're getting Christmas gift
yes.
and birthday gift all
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Yeah,
One-
if the parents are not like, okay, we're gonna combine it to one gift.
yeah, which most of the time like they're not doing that
Yeah,
anyways. They're just
yeah,
like
that's good.
we're gonna give you everything.
Yes, I know. It's a boy. I feel like if I had a girl, she would be very spoiled too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yes.
do you wanna choose a number? Don't tell us which one. Maybe 1 to 50, and we'll have people guess. Or unless you want to participate too, and I'll choose a number.
Okay. Okay, how does it work?
If whoever chooses, like I can choose a number, or you can, if you want to enter, you can enter in the chat your number.
Hmm.
And yeah, so let's have you enter because that's fun. I'll write a number
Okay.
1 to 50. And the one thing is I've been asking for the winner to pay shipping to help out because I've been doing giveaways almost every Thursday and it started to add up. So if you don't want to do that, then feel free not to enter, you or whoever is watching.
Oh yeah, no, I won't since I'm here as a guest. Yeah, I'll exclude myself from
Okay.
entering.
No, okay. So you want to choose the name then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. No, no, the name, the number. Don't say
The
it though.
number,
So
yeah, the number. Yeah, I'll choose the number.
okay,
Okay, so
1 to 50, and then people can start like saying the number, and whoever's closest without going over.
okay.
Sorry, I'm starting to get hungry and tired. I'm like my brain's starting to shut down, you guys.
Oh, I get that. I completely get that.
So excuse me, but yeah, people can guess now. I don't know if I get the chat a little later.
Okay. Yeah, I have my number. So whenever you
Okay,
guys are
cool.
ready.
We have 33. Sorry, I'm gonna check how much batteries I have. Okay, there you go. 35, 13, 25. 25. That's it. You had people coming in and out, but okay, we'll give you 2 more minutes, you guys, and if not, let's see. That might be everyone. Yes. So, was there any on the dot?
Um, I think Barbara was the closest.
Okay, without going over.
Yeah,
So, okay,
without well she went over but like by 4.
okay. So it was 21.
Yes.
Okay, so I think the winner is the closest without going over.
So it will be Sue.
Yeah, there will be so. Yeah, sorry, Barbara. Yeah, because we said. Yeah, so Sue, you're the winner. I'll send you something in the mail. I'll put together. I actually I'm gonna do some filming today after this and tomorrow. So usually when I'm done filming, I take photos and then I'll put together like giveaway stuff. But
Right.
yay! Thank you so much for
Okay.
coming. We had to
Yes,
like,
thank you for having me.
of course, thank you, and I'm so glad that you're feeling better and you're back at it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
can't wait to see the giveaways and whatever everything that brings to your business.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And like I said,
Mm.
everybody just follow the page Moderately You because there's stuff coming. There's cute stuff coming too.
Yes.
Cute fun stuff.
Yes, and if you guys missed it, check the beginning of the live because she showed some other purses and beautiful items. If you want to take a look, but if not, everything on the page is 30%. So go
Yeah,
shop for your loved
yeah,
ones.
everything is 30% off right now until Sunday. And then there'll be more throughout the holiday season, there will be more coming, and definitely would want to say as well too, you want to make sure that you do order stuff like early and just for like anywhere you're buying from, because like shipping in the
Oh
holidays
yeah,
is
yeah.
not the greatest. Like
Yes.
it's kind of like you may or may not get it on time during the holidays, so the earlier the better when it comes to holiday shopping. So yeah.
She has a monthly box and a quarterly box, and also items on on the shop that you can buy separately. So she was
Yes.
asking. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night, and I'll say goodbye to you guys, all of you guys. Thank you for joining.
Yes,
I'll
thank
see you
you.
soon. Bye.
Bye.